What is up? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. What's up, my Speak Life Transformation TV fam on YouTube? What's up, my family on Facebook? I'm actually on my personal page on my Facebook because I wasn't able to connect to my business page. It's a whole story of that. Anywho, I don't have enough followers to do my business page because I had to change my business page because my business page was hacked. So if you were following me in the past on my business page on Facebook and you're wondering why you no longer receive anything, it's because you're probably not following my new page. So follow my new page so I can start going live on my business page on my Facebook page, which is Speak Life Transformation SLT. And I'm about to connect Instagram. So, Instagram is a whole nother process. So let me get my Instagram family connected so they could be a part of this party. And while I'm waiting, while you guys are getting on, like just stay where you at. Where you logging in from? Where you hailing from? I want to hear where everybody is coming from. Yes, as I get my Instagram family connected. And I'm going to be going live on Instagram on my business page, Speak Like Transformation. So if you follow me, then you should have a notification that I'm there. Let's go. If Instagram is going to let me be great. Let's see. Let's see if Instagram is going to let me be great. I'm not sure. Instagram might not allow me to be great. Oh, wait. I think I know what I got to do. I know what I do. Sorry, y'all. Instagram is a whole nother. All right. We're going to be good. We are about to. Oh, wait a minute. We may not be. Let's see. This is my last time I'm going to try. And if I am not able to do it, Instagram's got to miss out. And we're going to have to. There it is. Public. But again, if you are on now, welcome. Oh wait, it says I am live on Instagram, but I don't see it. Let me see my phone real quick. Let me see. It says I'm live on Instagram. Let's see. Let's see if that is the case. Y'all, if y'all on Instagram, I don't see it on my personal page, and I'm live. We about to get started though, because Instagram, for those who do the streaming on different platforms, y'all know Instagram be team too much a lot of times. You be trying to include Instagram, and a lot of times it don't work out. All right, well, Instagram is not on, but let me just double check to make sure. Facebook is on. Check. See if YouTube is on. Just make sure everybody is on. It says I'm on, but let's just make sure. Ha! Make sure YouTube is on. Check. We are here. See y'all. Love it. Facebook. Let me just double check. Make sure if y'all see. Make sure Facebook is on. Again, holla at me. Put a message in the chat. Tell me where you are logging in from. I'm excited to have this conversation about no more dead goals. Because listen, I don't know if you guys saw my one post. I posted, hi, thank you for letting me know. I posted on, there's this comedian, he does like all these funny reels. And he was doing one of the funny reels was the New Year's resolution. And so he's like, all right, my 2025 New Year's resolution is, and then when he does these skits, but he has t-shirts that say who he is in the skit. And so the first t-shirt it said 2025. And he's like, it's 2025. I was like, just cut it out. Just I don't even know how you're doing. Just cut it out. He's like, yo, just let me say my New Year's resolutions. So then all the years past was coming up like, you still in debt? You said you wasn't going to be in debt by now, but you're still in debt. Did you meet up with those friends yet? And so every year for whatever New Year's resolution he had for each year was coming back, pretty much calling him out on his inability to follow through on his goals every single year. And so he's trying to do it for 2025. And his past years are like, boy, please, you haven't even set forth and follow through on these resolutions. What makes you think you go and follow through on 2025? Those are examples of dead goals. And I'm here to make sure that you do not have any type of dead goals from 2025 and beyond. Okay. That whatever goals you set for this year, if you do New Year's resolutions, that's cool. If you do a vision board, that's cool. If you just have a mental idea of what you want, if you have a list of goals, that's cool. Whatever your vision is, whatever your plans are for 2025, I want to help you make sure that they stay alive and well and you thrive at achieving those goals and not have them become dead within the next 5 to 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. It's now June and you're looking back like, I didn't even get started. Let's not do that. So this is what I'm here for. And also, at the end, I'm also going to open up. Well, you can always put in questions throughout this, but I'm also going to open up the comments for you to ask me any questions about vision in action. As you know, I have a virtual goal planning workshop. It's the official vision board after party that's happening on Monday the 27th at 7 p.m. It is virtual, 2 hours, where I'm going to help you come up with all the strategies you need to make sure you put your vision into action. So again, you have no dead goals. So I'm going to open up the comments and open up the platform to be able to give you the opportunity to ask me any questions that you might have about the event. Sidebar. What was the Christmas gift you got that you have been utilizing or using every single day since? For me, it's the Stanley. Now, see, my boo thing new. I would not spend a penny on this expensive behind water bottle. Well, I mean, y'all probably look at me like, how dare you call a Stanley a water bottle? But, this canteen, whatever you want to call it. Anywho, it holds water, keeps it cold. I would not spend the amount of dollars on this thing. But, baby, I've been using this every single day because I love drinking water. And because it's so big, I don't have to worry about filling up every 5 seconds. So, that's my thing I've been using. I would love to hear from you. Put in the chat. What is the one thing you got for Christmas that you've been using daily, frequently, weekly? You have not stopped using it since, and you are grateful for the gift. That Stanley is mine. All right, let's get to it. Again, feel free to put comments in the chat. I will answer them. If you have questions, if you have comments, put them in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. If you're on the YouTube channel, subscribe, hit that subscribe button while you're there. If you're not watching this on YouTube, at some point go over to the YouTube channel, the Speak Like Transformation TV YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. If you're on YouTube and Facebook and you're not on my Instagram page, make sure you follow me, like my videos on Instagram. That's Speak Like Transformation. And if you're on YouTube and or Instagram and you also have a Facebook account and you're not following me on Facebook, follow my business page on Speak Like Transformation SLT. Again, I'm going live on my personal page because my business page has not recovered since I had to create a new account. So if you were following me before, again, on Facebook and you're realizing like, oh, I'm no longer following Natasha's business page, Speak Like Transformation, that's because my old page got hacked. So I had to like change it. Yeah. So I have a whole new business page if you didn't know. So follow me as Speak Like Transformation SLT on Facebook. Let's get into this work. All right. First things first. Now, if you are a part of my newsletter, you have these notes. If you're not part of my newsletter, you need to get with it, because I drop gems. And if you're on my newsletter committee, if you're in my newsletter community, let people know in the chat, because I drop gems on a regular basis. You get access to things faster than what I would post on socials, etc. So if you are interested and you're like, wait, I want to be a part of the community, I want to get all the ins and outs, then go to my business page, speakliketransformation.com. There will be a pop-up box that will pop up shortly after you enter the page, and you can be able to sign up to be part of the newsletter community. I have a new event coming up. I'm not announcing it just yet, but let me tell you, it's not virtual, it's in person. It'll be my first in-person event. So I'm excited about that. And it's going to be super dope. So my newsletter community is going to find out first. They're going to have access to tickets first. It's going to be limited tickets. I think I'm only going to be selling 10. That's how intimate this whole like experience is going to be. So sign up to be part of my newsletter community so you can get that information, so you get your tickets before anybody else. Let's hop into why goals end up being dead first, before I go into how to make sure your goals aren't dead. The reason why that goals can be dead is because you might have heard me say this before in previous videos, but the dreams stay dreaming. So you can have a vision, you can have a goal, you can have an idea, right? And it sounds great. I mean, even when you think about it, when you talk about it, you light up, right? When you think about it, you can't help but to envision yourself doing it, right? When you think about it, you can't help but to like see yourself excelling in that way, and it excites you, right? You get excited about what's to come or what is possible, but then that's where it stops. And then it goes nowhere else, right? And so it just stays dreamy. And then as a result of it staying dreamy, it just then stays impossible, because there's nothing that's causing momentum. That's what makes it dead. When you think about something that's dead, there's no life, there's no movement, there's no life, right? There's no momentum. And when dreams have no momentum, they become dead. When goals have no momentum, they become dead, right? And so that's one way they end up being dead, where they just the goal just stays as a dream, and it's just dreaming. It's just up in the clouds. It's just up in your head. It never comes out on paper, or if it does come out on paper, it never turns into action, right? It's just there. Another reason why dreams can become dead is when you begin to psych yourself out of the possibilities of it happening. So you may do all the things. You may get an accountability partner, right? You may create the vision board. You may write down the goals. And then as life starts again, which many of you may be even experiencing right now, because we are now in week 3, I think it is, believe it or not. Yeah, week 3 of January, y'all. We're in week 3 of January. Time is flying already. And so you may be experiencing this right now, where you start off the year with a plan or goal. You may have started off strong, or you may have not even started off yet, because life, you went back to work, you went back to taking care of the kids, you went back to the demands of life, demands of your business, demands of demands, right? And now it just feels impossible. You're tired, you're exhausted. It's hard to follow that food plan, that meal plan. It's hard to follow the exercise plan. It's hard to budget because your car broke down. You got to get new tires with the winter season, or something happened financially you weren't expecting. And so the money you were planning on saving, you now have to put it towards something else, right? Right? Things are happening in your life and you're like, okay, this doesn't even seem possible. maybe I'll start this in the beginning of May or beginning of February. We're gonna start this again in February, right? It starts to begin to feel impossible, and then you're already feeling discouraged before the month of the first year. Before the first year of the month even ends, you are already feeling discouraged, you're already feeling defeated, and you're already feeling disappointed. That's what then leads to dead goals. Is that discouragement, defeat, disappointment, and then it leads you to just wanting to quit. Again, then it leads to no momentum. Because now it just feels impossible. Like maybe this is not for me. Maybe I just need to do something else, or maybe I shouldn't have made this goal, or maybe I just need to wait until everything is aligned, until I have all the money, or I have all the time, so I have all the energy, right? And so those are just two examples of how goals can be dead. I'm sure as I'm talking right now, other ideas are coming to mind for you of how in the past your goals have become dead and you're making sure that doesn't happen this year, or maybe how already you feel your goals dying. They might not be dead yet, but they're dying, they're losing life because of some of the things I'm talking about or something else is going on. And I'm here to revive you. I'm here to revive your goals. Resuscitation. Clear. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. I'm here to revive your goals so they stay alive and they don't die and you thrive. Oh, that right. Yeah, that was even playing. Look at that bars. All right, so let's talk about, because I'm not gonna be long. It's Saturday. We got things to do. Maybe y'all don't. It's winter time, so ain't nobody trying to be outside in this cold. It's over here in Philadelphia. It's supposed to be a snowstorm tomorrow. So, yeah, exactly. So let's talk about the 3 reasons why you need an action plan, because the action plan is what's going to help you keep your goals alive. All right. Number 1, an action plan provides a level of clarity, and clarity is power. So remember I talked about I gave you 2 examples of how your goals can be dead and stay dead. 1, well, all together, no momentum. It's dead because there's no momentum. There's no momentum behind your goal, right? And the 2 ways that your goals can lose momentum is 1, they just stay dreamy. So you're just keeping it as a dream. And then 2, you begin to believe that they're impossible to achieve, right? That's how you end up losing the momentum in it all, right? But when you have clarity, that clarity gives you that roadmap. One reason why goals can feel impossible is that you're not even clear on what steps you even need to take to even achieve the goal. One reason why your goals can just stay dreamy is because you just think that it just is too much, right? It's going to be too much. It's going to require too much work, right? You don't have the things that you need to be able to do it. Everything needs to be perfect or aligned, right? And so you don't even allow yourself to even take the moment to process how you can actually do it. But clarity is what will help you figure out, okay, this is my goal. 1, what do I need to achieve the goal? And 2, what steps do I need to complete to achieve the goal? Those are 2 different things. What you need and what steps are 2 different things. Because the need is your resources, right? So for example, like I'll just do weight loss because that's a common goal, right? So weight loss, right? Resources. What resource do you need to reach your goal, right? The weight that you want to lose, right? Or even if it's not weight loss, if it's just wellness and you want to engage in a healthy living lifestyle, right? Well, what resources do you need? Well, you're going to need certain types of food, right? And so do you have the food in your fridge, in your cabinets, to be able to create those type of meal plans that you want to eat, right? Other thing is being active. Do you have the resources to be active? Do you have a gym, or do you have some programs that you want to follow at home if you do a home workout? Do you have places in your neighborhood you can go to be more active? Do you have let's think about what is it, what are the resources that you need to be able to achieve this goal? And then the steps are, well, what steps do I need to take to achieve the goal. So one might be, well, I need to plan my meals if you're a meal planner, right? Or I need to work out X amount of times per week, or I need to be more active, throughout the day, right? I need to make sure I drink more water or sleep. Do you need to buy yourself a Stanley? Maybe not a Stanley, but do you need to get yourself like a resource would be like getting yourself some type of water container or water bottle so you can make sure you have water with you all day so you can get the right amount of water that you're looking to get in throughout the day. All right, that's an example of a resource, right? And so that clarity helps you really plan out what is it what resources that you need, and then what are the steps that you need to take to be able to achieve the goal. Number two, the second thing that's going to help you make sure your days are not goal and have some action behind it is progress. This is another reason why you need action behind your goals. Again, action is momentum, is movement. Goals are dead when there's no movement, there's no momentum. An action plan, which is why it starts with action, right? When you think of what action is go. if I had to think of like what's one word that I could use to describe action, I would say go. Go. Right? There's movement, there's momentum happening. And so another way you can put some action behind your goals is strategy. In order for you to make progress within your goals, you have to have a strategy. The action plan, and this is why action plan is so important. The action plan now helps you be strategic and intentional about what you're going to do to achieve the goal. So we just talk about the clarity. The clarity is like, all right, what are the resources do I need? Let me identify my resources and let me identify the steps. The strategy helps you figure out, okay, how I'm going to complete these steps, how I'm going to get access to these resources, right? That's the point of the action plan. Because you can make a list like, oh, okay, I need this, I need that, I need that. Oh, I know I got to take this step, I got to take that step. And then it can stop there. And then you're like, all right. But there's no strategy. How are you going to do all that? How are you going to get it done? Right. And that's when sometimes people's strategies die. Right. You know what's so funny? I was meeting with one of my clients for I offer psychotherapy in Jersey and Pennsylvania, but then I also provide confidence mindset coaching to women in any worldwide, right? So I'm meeting with a client and we are identifying her goals, and we started there, right? We got the clarity. We identified what goals she wants, and then we identified what resources she needs, right? And then she's like, okay, cool. And like she was like, she thought that she was like, all right, well, I accomplished. Like I did what I needed to do. Like I got my goals. I figured out how, what I want to achieve. And she thought that she was done there. And I said, well, actually, we're not done. We're not gonna come with an action plan on how you're gonna get it done, because right now it's just something that's on paper. It's just a list on paper right now. Now you gotta figure out how you want to complete this list, how you want to get the things done on this list, right? And she was like, yeah, you're right. Because I was going to ask you, so how do I do it now? And I was like, no worries. I got you, because that's what the action plan is for. So the action plan gives you the strategy. That's what helps the momentum continue, right? That's what actually really, like, if you're thinking about like, first it's like, how a train, it just first is like warming up, right? And it's like, well, change a lot of trains are electric now, but old conductor type trains, like coal type trains, right? It's like at first it's like really slow, and it's just like, it's just like heating up, and you hear it warming up, and it's starting to move a little bit, right? Slow, right? That's the clarity, right? It's heating up. The coals are warm, the conductor push go, and so it's starting to move, but it's slow initially, right? The strategy is what puts the speed behind the momentum, right? So then all of a sudden, before you know it, the train is like moving, and it can't be stopped, right? If it hit brakes, it needs several miles before it can slow down, right? Because it's at a speed where it just can't be stopped suddenly. It has to it needs its time to slow down. That's the type of momentum we have, where you can't be stopped, right away, right? Even if something happens in your life or life hits you with something, right? You can't just be stopped in your goals where you just quit, but where there's going to be a lot that's going to happen to slow you down to the point where you quit on your goals. That's how much action we want to put behind your visions. Let's go to number 3. Third and final. Third and final reason why you need an action plan, how to keep that momentum going, is confidence. You need to have confidence in your ability to achieve the goals. One way you're able to get the confidence is preparation, right? So that goes back to the resources, right? If you are preparing yourself, if you're creating if you're preparing yourself with a schedule, a routine, if you're giving yourself the tools that you need. So for example, I no longer go to the gym. I work out from home. But when I did used to go to the gym, I knew myself. I mentioned this before in my last reel that I posted. I was saying how our goals need to be realistic, and part of that real and realistic is just being real with yourself. And so for me, I had the goal to go to the gym after work because I knew, being real myself, if I went home, nobody was going to nobody's gym. If I went home after work, I was not going back outside, right? So I knew that about myself, but I also knew that if I have to go home to get my clothes and all that, that's not going to help me handle that issue that I already know is the issue, that if I go home, I'm not going to want to come back. So how I prepared myself to make sure that I, one, recognize my own struggle, right? And have an answer for that so that I can reach my goal, which was to go to the gym, is I made sure that I put my gym clothes and my gym bag in my car so that when I get off of work, I just go straight to the gym. That was the way I prepared myself, right? Even now, this is a current goal. I'm right now doing a 30-day fit challenge. Shout out to all my people who's doing the fit challenge with me. I'm doing a 30-day fit challenge. And one of the things I've been doing to try to prepare to make sure I'm eating well is I'm constantly thinking about, all right, like even now, like today, I already know what I have for breakfast. I had to think ahead of time, okay, what I'm going to have for lunch, what I'm going to have for dinner, so that I can prepare myself to make sure I have food ready. If I got to take something out the fridge to unthaw, or if I'm like, got to, think of, if I got to think of a recipe, or I need time to go to the grocery store to get some ingredients, whatever that is, I have the time to do all that so that I can achieve the goal of eating and meeting the eating requirements of this fit challenge, right? So I can stay on track with my goals, right? So that preparation helps me then feel confident in my abilities to achieve the goal, right? There is no more like, oh my God, I can never get the motivation to go to the gym after work. Oh my God, like every time I tell myself I'm going to go to the gym after I go to work, but I go home and I just sit down and I can't get back up. Then that leaves me upset with myself, right? But if I'm preparing myself to already know that's a struggle of mine, and I set myself up for success by saying, you know what, I'm gonna put my bag in my trunk, so it's already there. I'm already ready to go. Now I'm feeling confident in knowing that I can do it. I'm going to do it. Not even I can. I'm going to, and I will achieve this goal. So the way you build that confidence is by doing preparation. Do you need to rearrange your schedule? Has your goals been dying in this month because you haven't been honest with yourself about what you need to change in your life to achieve the goal? And if you have been honest with yourself about what you need to change in your life to achieve the goal, have you even done it? Or has there been no momentum because you haven't had clarity, strategy, or preparation to get that done? Right. And so it's just thinking about, like, if your goals are dying, they ain't dead yet. We're not claiming that. But if they are slowly withering, right? They're a little withering away a little bit, right? We gotta put some water. We're gonna get some new soil. We're gonna put some new soil on the ground. We're gonna, we're gonna freshen up with some water. We're gonna revive these goals, right? But what is it that you have to change? Out of those 3 things I talked about, the clarity, the strategy, and the preparation, what are the 3 things, maybe all 3, but what are the 3 things that you need to start doing so that your goals have the momentum that is needed to achieve your goals. My challenge to you, I don't ever end anything without giving you a challenge. My challenge to you is to pick one. You could definitely do more than one, but at least one. Pick one. If that's finding clarity, if that's creating a strategy, if that's doing some preparation, pick one. Pick one that you will commit to for the next 30 days, that you will follow through on to make sure that you keep the momentum with your goals. And now, if you're like, Natasha, I hear you, girl, but I need some help with this. No worries, I got you. You can join me. Join me on the 27th for Vision in Action. Because the things I'm talking to you right now about, those 3 things, is what we're doing in Vision in Action. On January the 27th, I'm going to put information on here on how you can get access to that information, how you can register. All you have to do is go to natashabspeaks.com/events, click the link for Vision in Action so you can register. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing everything we just talked about. One, the first thing is when you register, you're going to get the Vision in Action workbook. And in this workbook, it is filled with not only active strategies, like activities, exercises for you to do to make sure you have clarity, to make sure you have a strategy, and to make sure you have some preparation. But it also has different checklists and different challenges for you to do throughout the year that you can continue to do throughout the year. And on these strategies, honestly, you could do throughout the year as well to help you make sure that your goals stay alive. No more dead goals. No more dead goals. So the first things first, again, feel free to put in the comments if you have any questions about the event. But the first things first, what we're going to be doing is making sure that your goals align with your values. Because if one of the reasons why sometimes our goals are dead is because they're not really goals that are meaningful to us. We have goals that are goals that we've had 10 years ago, and we still have them because we never achieved them. But we have not assessed if these goals are actually still relevant to who you are today and where you are today in your life, right? So it's figuring out, well, who are you at the core? What matters to you most? So that when you identify your goals, they actually align with that. Because if the goals do not align with like what truly matters to you, what you really want and want to honor in your life, it's gonna be hard to find the momentum. And you're gonna be thinking that you're being lazy. You're gonna think that you have no discipline. But really, it's like, no, it's not because you lack discipline. It's not because you're lazy. It's because the goals actually don't have meaning to your authentic, true, present day self. So we're gonna talk about that, right? And then we're going to take the visions that you have on your vision board. So yes, you need to bring your vision board to the workshop. If you don't have a vision board, that's fine. But if you have a vision planner, some people do vision planners, some people do vision boards, some people just have like a New Year's resolution that they've written down or just have in their mind. Some people just have a list of like goals they would like to accomplish by the end of the year, right? So it doesn't have to be a full vision board, right? And that's okay. But whatever you have used to take notes of like what you want your 2025 to look like, we're going to take that list that you have, and you're going to choose what visions you want to use just for the exercises on the workshop, so you can learn how to do it. Because we're going to be doing work. This is not just me talking like how we're having this conversation. No, you're going to be put to work, right? And then you're going to be taught. I'm going to teach you how to how to convert those visions into SMART goals, how to really make them into goals that are attainable, realistic, timely, how to make sure that they have a timeline, make sure they're specific so that you can really understand what it is that you really want to achieve, so you can have that clarity. And then we're going to have action plans. So what are the steps? You're going to come up with the steps of how you're going to achieve that goal, so you can have a strategy. right? And the clarity also, that's with the core values aspect of it, the work that we're going to do for that is what really gets you that clarity too. Of like, why do you even want this goal? Is this goal even important to you? And why do you want it? What is your why behind it? That's one of the questions I'm asking in the workshop. Is like, what is your why? Why is this goal even important to you? Why do you even want it? And then after we do that, we're going to then go into the mind, because we can do all this work. You can have the action plan, you can have the strategy, you can have the clarity, but if your mind, your inner self-talk, those inner thoughts are saying, girl, please, you're not gonna be able to do that. Or maybe I shouldn't have this goal because such and such said I should be doing this instead. Or maybe this goal is too lofty because I have kids, and who said I'm gonna be able to do this and I got the kids, or I'm too old for this goal. Like, it's too late for me to try to do this. Like, I don't even know why I'm even putting this down. I should have did this years ago. Like, I'm too old to try to achieve this goal. Like, if your mind is already counting you out, if your mind is already having doubts and fears about your abilities to successfully achieve this goal, then all that work is for nothing, to be honest. It can look real cute though. You can the action plan can look real cute on your board, on your planner, right? It can look real cute, but the momentum is going to be at a halt if your mindset is saying you can't do that. What? Who do you think you are? You're gonna be able to accomplish that? Or if something happens, you may have a lot of confidence and a lot of positivity about your abilities to achieve it, and then life just hits you with one that you were not expecting, and now you're just like, shh. And now that life-changing event or that disruption, that distraction in your life causes your mind to just be like, wait a minute, you don't even know what to do. And now you're confused, you feel off. But when you have that unshakable, confident mindset, no matter what comes your way, you're able to bounce back. You're able to bob and weave. You're able to get up and get back up and keep going, right? That's what I'm trying to, that's not anymore I'm trying, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help you develop the strategies to make sure you have that undefeated, unshakable, confident mindset. And then before you know, the 2 hours is going to be up, and you're going to be equipped to execute your goals throughout 2025. So if this is something that you would love to be a part of, again, go to natashabspeaks.com/events so that you can be able to be a part of that. Registration closes, I believe, next Friday. So don't snooze so you don't lose. And yeah, if you have any questions, anybody else has any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the chat. I enjoyed my time with you. Listen, if you found this very helpful, share it. Share this. If you can easily go to Speak Life Transformation TV, the YouTube channel, and you can subscribe, and then you can click share, and you can put it in everybody's text feed. Hey, watch this. If you're on any of my platforms, Instagram or Facebook, once you see it, click share and tag people. Again, go to my website, speakliketransformation.com, so that you can sign up for the newsletter. It's also, when you go to natashabspeaks.com, you can also register for the newsletter there. It is, where is it? Actually, I know where it is. If you go to the link in my bios on my Instagram page and or my business Facebook page, then the link that says natashabspeaks.com/all-things, you even just click on the link in my bio. At the bottom of that page, you can also sign up for the newsletter that way. And on top of that, you get a free stress management guide. So that's a double. So not only do you get the newsletter, but you get a free stress management guide, and it has all types of strategies on how to manage stress and create balance in your life. So you can check that out there. Yeah, I mean, I have gems on top of gems on top of gems. That's why you need to stay connected. Stay connected with your girl. And again, I have an event coming up in March. I'm so excited about it. More information to come out about that. So make sure you stay locked in. And I end all my videos, as you know, for those who follow me on YouTube, like this. Until I see you again, make sure you be safe, be bold, and speak life. Have a great Saturday, everyone.